Is an exceptionally funny man. He's an actor, comedian, and former news anchor for Saturday Night Live. Next week, comedy history will be made with the premiere of Sports Show with Norm Macdonald. You can watch it Tuesday nights at 10:30 on Comedy Central. Please welcome Norm Macdonald.
How's it going, Jimmy?
Good. You scared me.
Why?
I don't know. I felt like you were coming to attack me or something.
No. I like getting out of here fast. I find people don't like people walking. You know, right to the jokes, get jokes in.
Some people really milk it, the walk out to the thing.
Yeah.
I admire that in a way, because I don't have that kind of confidence to stand there and to do this.
Oh, to do the big thing and wave and everything.
Sometimes they go in and there's handshakes.
Until people don't care too much for you.
Yeah.
Not you, me.
Yeah, or us, together. How are you? Well, I'm glad your ankle is better, because I know you hurt your ankle.
Oh, yeah, I pulled my tendon.
That's bad, right?
No, it's good. You like Rickles, right? No. I'll tell you why it's bad. This is a thing. You have a boy. I know you have a boy. I know.
A boy and a girl, yeah.
Yeah, and but I know you have a boy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, the girl. But I have a boy as well, and they get to a certain age, you know. Like, I always let my kid, whenever I play basketball with him, I would let him win, because I thought that was the gentlemanly thing to do. Because he was 6.
Yeah, right.
So I would pretend like he would win, but I could easily beat him. So then a day came when all of a sudden he beat me, like for real, he beat me, you know? And I don't know if you've ever gone through this, but it's a change, you know?
Changes everything.
Everything changes, and you realize that you're irrelevant.
Is that how you got your son hurt you, or you?
Yeah, my son hurt me. Yeah.
Wow. Have you talked to anyone?
And then I told him when we were at Christmas, and he said, my dad's like. He said he never beat me in my whole life. He never beat me at basketball. And I said, no, I let you win when you were a kid. He's like, yeah, well, you got proof of that, you know?
Yeah.
So he thinks I couldn't beat him when he was 6.
Yeah, there's no way. That's why you have to. You have the right. You might be right. You have to write it down and mail it to him, so it's postmarked.
Right. That's right.
I'm glad you're all right. I know you're in the middle of your big promotional tour for Sports Show.
Yeah. I was on Letterman. Who's better than Letterman, right?
Nobody.
And no, I didn't mean that.
I agree with you. Nobody.
No, they think I'm making a joke, but no, of course we grew up on Letterman.
That's why we want to do this.
Yeah,
stuff,
exactly.
Right? Yeah.
I don't want to do it, but
well, it's why we've agreed to do it.
Yeah. But what's awesome is you get to meet like guys, right? So I was on Letterman. I met Willie Nelson is one of my heroes, because I love country western music, and my buddy Billy Joe Shaver is buddies with Willie. So when I was at Letterman last week, I was like, I gotta go talk to Willie, you know. Yeah. So then the guy that's the segment producer is like, hey, Nora Jones is with him, you know. I don't know who that is. But you know how you get old legends to sing with some young person?
Right. Yeah.
So I go, okay, whatever. So he goes, yeah, but she'll be there. Like, don't forget to say anything. I go, all right, don't worry. So I go down, and there's Willie Nelson. I'm like, oh my God, we're telling all these stories and everything. And then there's a lady standing beside him, you know? So then he hits me like this, you know? I go, ah? And then I go, Nora Ephron. Oh. And I go, Nora Jones. I said Nora Jones after, but I said Nora Ephron because, here's the thing. When you say Nora fast, it's hard not to say Ephron right after.
It's one of the hardest things you could ever do in your life.
But it's hard for me. It's hard for me with the people, and especially the ladies, to remember, because many of them look alike. And
all women look alike to you?
Sort of. What about you? Ever see them old movies? That's when they really. It'd be like you know, if you ever try to. You know, like they always go, hey, Charlie Chaplin, man, that was a comic genius. Ever try to sit through that?
Honestly, no.
It's pretty tough. But in the 1920 movies and stuff, you'll see the ladies back then, and they'd all have big, round, white faces, you know, and some hair up here. And then they would look like everybody else, but then they'd say, that one's gorgeous. And you just had to take their word for it.
She's a great beauty.
Yeah. But anyways, no, I was going to say, I don't know the ladies that well, you know? And really, it's Hollywood's fault for not giving them good roles. So I was on this show. They invited me on this show. My Name is Earl TV show.
My Name is Earl. Yeah. This is what? This was a couple years ago. I remember you were on that show.
It's off. But it was a very successful show and a very incredibly funny show, although I never saw it. So, because you can't see everything.
You can't. You really can't.
You know, it's hard enough to see anything. So I say, send me something, you know, a thing to watch. They say, we'll send you a link. I go, excellent, but I don't know what a link is. So, anyways, I don't watch it, right? So I figure I'll just pretend I've seen the show, you know. And so I go in, and I'm like, hey, everybody, man, Earl, that guy's good, and everybody else, too, you know, not only Earl, you know, I'm trying to make a sound and stuff, you know. So then I sit down, I go, this is great, man, and I can't say it, because when you lie, you overcompensate, you know. It's better to just tell the truth. So I'm sitting beside a lady, goes by the name of Jamie Presley.
Oh, yeah,
you know?
yeah, sure.
So here she is, she's sitting beside me, pregnant, you know. She's in the family way, as they say. So I look over at her, you know, I see she's pregnant. So I say, listen, Jamie, that's amazing, like you're pregnant. It's cool how they shoot around that on the show. You don't look pregnant. She says, I'm pregnant on the show. So then I say, I know. I know.
Did that work?
I think I was trying to confound her by just saying I know.
You probably did.
Really loud.
When you moved here from Canada, did you come to New York or Los Angeles?
Hey, man, I met the guy from... I met the guy from Lost, played John Locke. You ever hear that fella?
Of course, yeah, Terry O'Quinn.
Terry O'Quinn.
Yeah.
I love Lost. You ever watch Lost?
Yeah, I'm obsessed with the show, yeah. I'm still watching it.
I watch it on the...
Link?
No, yeah.
You got that working?
On the computer, where you can watch you can watch them right after each other. So you don't have, there's no cliffhanger, you know?
Yeah, I know about that.
You probably watched it 6.
Do you think I'm 80?
No, you probably watched the show, though.
I did. I watched it during
So that must have been incredibly frustrating.
No, it wasn't. Why would you say that?
Well, because I couldn't wait 30 seconds to get into it on my DVD.
Sometimes it's better to space things out, though, and discuss it with your friends, have a little talk about what happened, and then you have to wait a week, and it's delayed gratification.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. That's what's fun about a book club. But here's the thing.
Where are you in the run of Lost?
I'm finished. I'm finished. But I realized something around season 3 that these guys that wrote the Lost, they didn't know they were going for 6 seasons. So they did not have this planned out.
You don't think they did?
No, they did not write a 400-hour TV show that then cut it up. They didn't know when they were going to get canceled. So then they're just making up stuff and everything, and then crazy things happen.
They didn't get canceled though. They planned to end they ended the show early.
That was their ending?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's even worse. If that was their ending.
That was their ending.
I do not like, I don't like ambiguous endings. I want to know. I don't want to try to figure it out.
What about the Sopranos ending? Did you like that? You didn't care for that?
I want to know. I don't want to be left. Like, I remember this movie, Lost in Translation. Bill Murray couldn't love the guy more. But you ever remember that movie?
Yeah.
At the end of the movie, you see it, it's all good and everything. He runs through the crowd, whispers into Scarlett Johansson's ears. They don't have him mic'd.
That's unforgivable.
You're like, what? And then they're like, yeah, you figure it out. I'm like, me? I'm supposed to figure it out? I'm watching. This is what I like to do. I like figuring out movies in the same way. That would be like me going, hey, man, I'm going to buy a car. I think I'll go down to Detroit, see if they need any help welding. Right?
I can't believe you're not American. It makes no sense to me.
Don't we got to do a commercial, though?
We do. We're going to do a commercial. We're right back with Norm Macdonald, the sports show. Show with Norm Macdonald coming to Comedy Central on Tuesday night at 10:30. Very exciting. Do you play sports? Are you an athlete?
You like Rickles, right?
I love Rickles, yeah.
I did a movie with Rickles, right?
Uh-huh.
So it's so awesome.
Dirty Work, right?
Dirty Work, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's so awesome. I like that. So awesome. So he couldn't remember he couldn't remember any lines, you know. So I'd go like I'd write something that I thought sounded like Rickles. Like I'd go, hey, say, Don, say this to Artie Lang, you know, say, Baskin Robbins called me today, and they're down to 3 flavors, you know? So then he goes, look at you. He goes, Baskins and Johnson called me today. He goes, and you know what they told me? They told me you ate all their ice cream. All the ice cream. Tubs and tubs of ice cream. And now, they don't, it's like 45 minutes. But this is the funniest, man.
You don't give Don Rickles lines.
I tell you, man.
You let him come up with his own.
You gotta let him go.
Yeah, that's right.
But Rickles, man, he's the real deal.
He's the best. Yeah.
He's the funniest guy. And so that week, Sinatra was on his deathbed. Right? Frank Sinatra, Rickles', you know, close friend.
Sure.
You know. So at lunch, I was like, people were like, should we mention Sinatra? I don't think we should mention it, bum him out, you know. So, but then I said, I don't want to ask him, you know. So I said, hey, Frank, like, hey, Don, have you talked to Frank lately, you know? And he goes, yeah, I saw him last week. There was a lot of this. Guy died 4 days later. And then I said, oh. And he goes, yeah. He goes, it's a lot of me with my head 2 inches from Frank's face going, I'm not Barbara.
Well, Frank wouldn't have wanted it any other way.
That's probably true.
But okay, let's talk about this show because it is. I think this show is going to be a big hit.
Yeah.
I hope it is. I mean, for your sake.
Oh yeah.
But I really do. I think it's going to be a big hit. I am looking forward to watching it every week.
It's about sports.
Yeah. And are you a big sports fan?
Yeah, I love sports. Yeah.
You gamble on sports sometimes?
I do sometimes gamble on sports. Yeah.
Well, you won't be able to gamble on sports anymore now that you're a figure. You're a public figure.
Yeah. No, I quit gambling on sports.
You did quit altogether, for real?
Do you consider baseball a sport?
Sometimes. It depends on who's playing.
You consider basketball a sport?
Yeah, sure.
Football?
Yeah.
Technically, I still gamble on sports.
Yeah, okay, all right. We have a clip here, even though now, I don't understand.
Yes, I brought a clip.
The show starts on Tuesday.
I brought a clip.
But you brought a clip.
Yes. You want to see it? I brought a clip.
Why not? You brought it, and we might as well see it.
Hey, what about this? Super Dave has been on the phone with me backstage.
Super Dave Osborne?
The great Super Dave Osborne.
Yes.
And he's been on the phone while I'm trying to get ready to come out here.
Yes,
he keeps phoning me.
That's what he does.
And he goes, this is what you do. You walk out. You're wearing a pompadour. You just look at Jimmy. You don't say a thing for 5 minutes.
This is why we never invite him back anymore.
He says, let me ask you a question. It's 4th down and 1. You're at the 1 yard line. You have the choice. You can head it to O.J. Simpson, Jim Brown, or Emmett Smith. I'd go with Rosie O'Donnell. Then you got Kirstie Alley in the hole and Wendy O. Williams behind her. Wendy O. Williams is the...
Wendy O. Williams? He's a punk singer or something, right?
No, I think he meant Wendy Williams, but he said, Wendy O. Williams is the lone second. I think he was a little confused.
You don't want to show the clip, do you?
I'll show the clip,
Let's show the clip. This is from Sports Show. Take a look.
Yeah, well, that's not the whole. There's more. There's more.
Oh, there is more.
Yeah, that's not the whole clip.
Okay,
There's more than that. There.
And that's it? Well, the show's not on yet, in fairness.
It's what the kids call meta-comedy.
Is that what the kids are calling it now?
I went to a meeting once and they said, hey, it's very meta. And I'm like, what the And it was like, It turned out it's a comedy term. Here I am in comedy. I don't know the term, yet this studio head knew it.
Hey, you know what? It's a comedy term for people who aren't funny.
Yeah, it is kind of.
And they use it regularly. Well, it's great to have you here.
Oh, it's
I
great,
wish you the
man.
best with the show. Sports Show with Norm Macdonald next Tuesday night at 10:30 on Comedy Central. Right back with Alicia Cuthbert.